Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello everyone, welcome to second PUC Statistics online classes. In the previous class we had discussed about problem number 1 on the topic chi-square test for goodness of fit. In this class we are going to discuss the remaining problems. In that problem number 2, that is 7 coins are tossed 128 times and following distribution is obtained. So here given informations are like this, that is number of heads and number of tosses, and fit a binomial distribution and test for goodness of fit at 5% level of significance. See, in the previous problem we had discussed about how to fit Poisson distribution and how to apply goodness of fit for that. See, here the given sentence is like this: fit a binomial distribution. See, that we already discussed in theoretical distribution. So how to fit binomial distribution? So to fit binomial distribution there are following steps are there. In that step 1, first we need to find mean of observation, mean of given observation. So how to mean is denoted by x bar, and how to find out mean of given observation? See, here given observations are number of heads. So number of heads is denoted by x and number of tosses are frequencies. So here given informations are x and f. So how to find out x bar? That is summation fx divided by capital letter N. Okay, this is step 1 to fit a binomial distribution. Then what is step 2? Step 2 is equate mean of observed frequency distribution. See, this is mean of observed frequency distribution to mean of binomial distribution, and mean of binomial distribution is NP. So what we have to do in step 2? We should equate x bar and NP. So x bar is equal to NP. After that, see, okay, NP. Next, here x bar we will going to find using this formula, and here N is given in the question, and here we need to find small letter p. So how to find our small letter p? See, here small letter p is unknown. X bar we will going to find using this formula, and here N is given. So here p is unknown. So how to find out p? That is x bar divided by N. Okay, using this formula we will get p value. Okay, this is step 2. Step 3 is find E of 0 using the formula N into P of 0. Okay, this is step 3, and here we will get first theoretical frequency. The remaining theoretical frequencies, how to find out remaining theoretical frequency? Yeah, using recurrence relation we can find the remaining theoretical frequency. So recurrence relation formula is E of x is equal to N minus x plus 1 divided by x, then P divided by Q into E of x minus 1. Okay, this is the formula to find recurrence relation, that is E of x is equal to N minus x plus 1 divided by x into P by Q into E of x minus 1. Okay, these are the steps to fit a binomial distribution. And next, for what is the test procedures are there for chi-square test for goodness of fit? The first step 1 is setting up of null hypothesis. Before that I will write the given observations. So given observations are, small n in the sense what, that is small letter n. So sample size is given, that is 7. Then one more observation is given, that is 128. See here 128 in the sense that is capital letter N. So that is 128. Okay, next. So what is the first step in test procedure of chi-square test for goodness of fit? That is setting up of null hypothesis. And null hypothesis is denoted by H0. So here null hypothesis is binomial distribution is good fit. Then what is step 2? Step 2 is setting up of alternative hypothesis, and alternative hypothesis is noted by H1. So here we know that in the previous section we had discussed that here alternative hypothesis is possible rejection of null hypothesis, but in chi-square test for goodness of fit there is only one possible rejection, that is binomial distribution is not good fit. See here, H naught is binomial distribution is good fit and H1 is binomial distribution is not good fit. Okay. After that, before going to step 3 is test statistic. Okay. Before going to step 3, let's see the steps of fit a binomial distribution. So what is the steps? Step 1 is we have to find mean of observed frequency distribution. See here, given observed frequency distributions are like this, that is x observations are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then frequencies are like this: 7, 7, 21, 30, 26, 20, 14 and 3. See, these are the given observations. So using this we can find mean of observations, that is formula is x bar is equal to summation fx divided by capital letter N. So here x and f observations are there. So next we need to find x into f or f into x. So that is 0 into 7, that is 0, 1 into 7, 7, 2 into 21 is 42, then 3 into 30 is 90, then 4 into 26 is 104, 5 into 20 is 100, 6 into 14 is 84, 7 into 3 is 21. So next we need sum of this observation, sum of f into x. How to find out sum of x in? That is total of these observations. That is 7 plus 42 plus 90 plus 104 plus 100 plus 84 plus 21. That observation is 448. And next we need capital letter N. What is capital letter N? Capital letter N is total frequency. So how to find out total frequency? That is sum of frequencies. So that observations are like this: 7 plus 21 plus 30 plus 26 plus 20 plus 14 plus 3, that is 128. Or else that value is given in the question. So that given in the question, capital letter N, or we can find capital letter N using this frequency. So here capital letter N is total frequency. So now I will substitute this observation under this formula. So here sum of fx in the sense that is 448 divided by capital letter N, that is 128. Okay, this is equal to, for 448 divided by 128 is 3.5. So here we got x bar is 3.5. Next what we need, this is step 1. Step 2 is equate observed mean is equal to mean of binomial distribution, that is NP. So in the problem x bar we got already, then n is given in the question, that is 7, or we can say n in the sense what, that is number of observations. So number of observations are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not like this, okay. Here capital small letter n is given in the question and capital N also given. So x bar we already got, next we need to find small letter p. So here small letter p, how to find out small letter b? It is x bar divided by small letter n. So here x bar value is 3.5 and small letter n is 7. So here p value is that is 3.5 divided by 7, so P is 0.5. See, here we got P value 0.5. See, if we know the value of P, then we can easily find out Q. So what is Q? How to find out Q? So here Q formula is 1 minus small letter p. So this is equal to 1 minus, we know the value of small letter p, that is 0.5. I will substitute that value here. So 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5 only. So here also we got q value 0.5 and p value also 0.5. Okay, so here 2 is over. Next, step 3 is we need to find E of 0 is equal to n into p of 0. So before that I will write what is p of x. So in binomial distribution, p of x is ncx p to the power x q to the power n minus x. Here x takes the value 0, 1, 2, 3, so on up to n, and we know the value of n. So here n is 7cx and p is 0.5x and q also 0.5 the power n minus x. Here n is 7 minus x, and here x takes the value 0, 1 up to 7 because here n value 7, right? Therefore x value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. See here x value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope you understood why x is equal to 7. Next, here we need p of 0, isn't it? So therefore in the place x I will substitute 0, that is p of 0 is equal to, see in the place x I substituted 0, so p of 0 is equal to 7c. Here in the place x 0 is there, no, therefore I will substitute here 0, 0.5 to the power x, so that is also 0, and 0.5 to the power 7 minus x, x in the sense what, that is 0, and this is equal to, see 7c 0 in the sense what, that is 1. So 1 into 0.5 to the power 0 in the sense what, that is also 0, 1. So 1 into 1, that is also 1. Then here 7 minus 0 in the sense what, that is 7. Then 0.5 to the power 7 in the sense, that is 0.0078125. Okay, p of 0 is 0.078125, and I will substitute that value here. So n in the sense, capital letter N in the sense, that is 128 into p of 0, that is 0.0078125. This is equal to, so 128 into 0.0078125 is 1. So here first theoretical value is 1. Okay, next, this is first theoretical value. Next, remaining theoretical value, how to find out, that is step 5. So to find remaining theoretical frequency, we using recurrence relation. So by using recurrence relation, that is E of x is equal to n minus x plus 1 divided by x into p by q into E of x minus 1. Okay, this is the formula to find recurrence relation. Okay, now here E of 0 is over, so in the place x is over. So next we need to find, so in the place x that is 0 is over, next we need to find E of 1. Similarly, after that we have to find E of 2, E of 3, E of 4, E of 5, E of 6 and E of 7, because here x range is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, we need to find up to E of 7. So here what is E of 1? See here n in the sense, that is 7, that is given in the question. So n minus x. So in the place x here 1 is there, 1 plus 1 divided by 1. here P by Q, that is 0.5 divided by 0.5 into what is E of x minus 1. See here in the place x, here 1 is there, so 1 minus 1 is 0, so here we need to substitute E of 0 value. I hope you understood what is that. See E of x minus 1 in the sense what? Here in the place x, here 1 is there, so in the place x I will substitute 1, so 1 minus 1. 1 comes from the formula, so 1 minus 1, that is 0. So that is E of 1 minus 1, so E of 0. E of 0 value we already got, that is 1. So in the place here I will substitute 1. This is equal to, see, 7 minus 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 divided by 1, that is 7 only, into 0.5 divided by 0.5 is 1. So 7 into 1, 7. Into 1, 7. So E of 1 value is 7. Then what is E of 2? That is 7 minus, see in the place x here 2 is there. That is why 7 minus 2 plus 1 divided by 2 into 0.5 divided by 0.5 into 7. This is equal to, why it is 7 student? See in the place x here 2 is there. So 2 minus 1 is 1, so E of 1 value is 7. So in the place E of x minus 1 I will substitute 7. Okay, that is 7 minus 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6 divided by 2 is 3 into 1 into 7, that is 21. So E of 2 we got 21. Okay, next E of 3, that is 7 minus 3 plus 1 divided by 3, 0.5 divided by 0.5 into, see here in the place x here 3 is there, 3 minus 1 is 2, so E of 2, here we need to substitute E of 2 value, so E of 2 value is 21, so this is equal to 7 minus 3 is 4, no 4, yeah, 7 minus 3 is 4 plus 1 is 5 divided by 3, that is 1.667 into 1 into 27, sorry 21, that is 35. Okay, next E of 4, how to find out? 7 minus 4 plus 1 divided by 4 into 0.5 divided by 0.5 into, see here what is E of x minus 1, see in the place x here 4 is there, 4 minus 1 is 3, so we need to substitute here E of 3 value, so E of 3 value is 35. So this is equal to 7 minus 4 is 3 plus 1 is 4 divided by 4, that is 1, so 1 into 35, so this is equal to 35. So here we got E of 4 is 35. Next E of 5, that is 7 minus 5 plus 1 divided by 5 into 0.5 by 0.5 into, see here 5 in the sense what, that is in the place this, here x is 5, so 5 minus 1 is 4, so E of 4 is 35. So therefore in this place I will substitute 5, 35. So that is 7 minus 5, 2 plus 1, that is 3, 3 divided by 5, that is 0.6 into 1 into 35, that is 21. So here we got E of 5 is the 21. Okay, next this is equal to 7 minus 6 plus 1 divided by 6 into 0.5 divided by 0.5 into, so in this place which value have to substitute? See here x is 6, so 6 minus 1 in the sense what, that is 5, so we need to substitute E of 5 value, that is 21. So this is equal to 7 minus 6 is 1 plus 1, that is 2, 2 divided by 6 is 0.33 into 1 into 21, that is 7. So here E of 6 value is 7. Next E of 7, that is 7 minus 7 plus 1 divided by 7 into 0.5 divided by 0.5 into, so here we need to substitute this value, that is 7. This is equal to 7 minus 7 is 0 plus 1 divided by 7, that is 0.1428 into 1 into 7, that is 1. Okay, 7 minus 7 is 0 plus 1 is 1 divided by 7 into 1 into 7, that is 1. So now here we got theoretical frequencies. Now I will write observed frequency distribution and theoretical frequency distributions together. That is OI observations. What are the OI observations? Yes, 7, 7, 21, 30, 26, 20, 14 and 3. Okay, I will just cross check. 7, 7, 21, 30, 26, 20, 14 and 3. So these are the observed frequency distribution. Now what are the theoretical frequency distribution? As we know that theoretical frequency distribution is denoted by EI. So what are the EI observations? See the first observation, that is 1. Next second observation is 7. Next 21. Next 35. Next 35. Next, yeah, 35 is over, no, next is 21, 7 and 1. Okay, next I will just cross check this value. We know that this observed frequency distribution is total frequency of the observed total frequency is 128 and it should if this value here also we will yes, here also we should get same value, otherwise our calculation is wrong. Okay, now I will just cross check, that is 1 plus 7 plus 21 plus 35 plus 35 plus 21 plus 7 plus 1. So this value also 28. See here we got same value, so our procedure is correct. Okay, next. Okay, this is these are the steps of fit binomial distribution. Now just go through the goodness of fit procedure. So already we wrote two steps, that is step 1 is H0, that is binomial distribution is good fit, and step 2 is H1, that is binomial distribution is not good fit. Now let's move to step 3. Step 3 is test procedure. Oh, what is test procedure here? That is chi-square is equal to OI sum of, see this is sum of OI minus EI whole square divided by EI, which follows, I will write together, okay, I will write here, chi-square is equal to summation OI minus EI whole square divided by EI, which follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Okay, this is step test procedure, and before that let's see the conditions of chi-square test for goodness of fit. See the conditions. The first condition is the total frequency n should be reasonably large. See here n is reasonably large. Okay. Next step 2 is the theoretical frequency EI should be 5 or more. Just check, is the value 5, is all the theoretical frequencies are more than 5? No, these two values are less than 5. So if EI values are less than 5, what to do? See here. Yeah. If any EI value is less than 5, it should be pooled with the adjacent frequency. See, if any value is less than 5, it should be pooled with adjacent frequency. So for this, adjacent frequency is 7. So I will pool with this. So I will add these two, that is 7 plus 1 is 8. And here this is less than 5. No? So for this adjacent frequency is 7. So I will add these two observations, that is 8. After that, I will apply same procedure to this observed frequency also. See here I add these two observations. Therefore, here also I will add these two observations. That is 14 plus 3 is 17. Similarly, here I add these two observations. So same method I will apply for this also. So 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay, I hope you understood. See, EI value should be more than 5. So if it is less than 5, it should be pooled with adjacent frequency like this. And what method we applied here, same procedure continuous, same procedure applicable for this also. Oh, yeah. Yes. Next, based on formula, we need to find OI minus EI whole square. So that I will find out OI minus EI. See here the first observation, that is 14, OI observation 14, EI observation is 8. So 14 minus 8 is 6. 21 minus 21, 0, 30 minus 35 is minus 5, 26 minus 35 is minus 9, and 20 minus 21 is minus 1. Here 17 minus 8 is 9. Okay, these are OI minus EI observations. See, based on formula we need OI minus EI whole square, isn't it? So next column should be OI minus EI whole square. So here OI value is 6. So 6 square is 36. Then 0, 25, 9 square is 81, 1 square is 1, then 9 square is 81. So here we got OI minus EI whole square. See the formula, here we need sum of OI minus EI whole square divided by EI. So next column is OI minus EI whole square divided by EI. So here OI minus EI whole square observation is 36 and EI observation is 8. So next we need to do 36 divided by 8, that is 4.5. Next 0 divided by 21, that is 0. Next OI minus EI observation is 25 and EI observation is 35. So 25 divided by 35 is 0.712. 714, okay, 0.714. Okay, next OI observation is 81, OI minus EI square observation is 81 divided by EI observation is 35, that observation is 2.314. Next observation is OI minus EI whole square observation is 1 and here EI is 21. So 1 divided by 21 is 0.045. Next 81 divided by 8, 81 divided by 8, that is 10.125. Now based on this formula we need sum of this observation. So sum of that observation is calculated value, that value is 4.5 plus 0 plus 4.5 plus 0 plus 0.1741, 4.5 plus 0.714 plus 2.314 plus 0.045 plus 10.125, that is 17.698. So here we got 17.698, approximately we can write 17.7 also, okay, that is no problem, that is 17.698 or 17.7, okay. So here calculated value is 17.698. So calculated value, we got calculated value. Next after that we need to find critical value. How to find out critical value? See here alpha is 5%. Yeah, here alpha is 5%, that is given in the question. Yeah. Yes, that is given in the question. So here alpha in the sense that is level of significance. And how to find out degrees of freedom? See here degrees of freedom is chi-square with n minus c degrees of freedom. So degrees of freedom is n minus c. So here c in the sense that here we consider 1. Here we consider 1, that is n minus 1, and See the third condition. So third condition is like this. If any if any parameter is estimated from the observed distribution corresponding to every such elements, 1 degree of freedom should be reduced. It means, so what is the parameter of binomial distribution? Yeah, parameter of binomial distribution is n and p. So that n is given in the question, but p we found using observed frequency distribution. Okay, to estimate parameter of binomial distribution we used observed frequency distribution. If we used observed frequency distribution, we have to reduce 1 degrees of freedom. So here we need to do like this. So this is n minus 1 into minus 1 minus 1, that is minus 2. So n minus 2. See here what is n? So don't take n is 7, here 7 is not n, but here in this case n is, see this one, 1, we know that n is number of observations, isn't it? So here n is 1, 2, count this one, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I hope you understood. Here n is not 7, in this case n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here n is 6, 6 minus 2, that is 4. So here degrees of freedom is 4. Next, okay, now next we need to find critical value. Using this alpha and degrees of freedom we can find K2 value. Here K2 in the sense what? That is critical value. Why it is K2? Because it is upper tail test. I explained in test procedure, chi-square goodness of fit is always upper tail test. So upper tail test in the sense we need to find K2 value. So here K2 value is, here degrees of freedom is 4 and this is 5% upper tail test. So K2 value is 9.49. So we know the graph like this. So here this is, we know the graph for upper tail test. Upper tail test is nothing but that is right tail test. So in the right tail test, the rejection region located at right tail of the probability curve. So this is rejection region and this is rejection region and this is acceptance region. So here K2 value is 9.49 and see here calculated value is 17.69. So that 17.69 lies here because the range of chi-square distribution that we discussed in distribution theory, range of chi-square distribution is 0 to infinity. So 0 to infinity is in the sense here K2 value is 9.49 in the sense that calculated value 17.69 comes here. This is calculated value. So that value is 17.698. See here calculated value lies in rejection region, therefore H not rejected. Okay, that I will write here, there is no space to write. Here calculated value is lies in rejection region, therefore H not rejected. Okay. Students, I will write here because there is no space, or one more condition is there, that is chi-square less than or equal to K2. See here chi-square value is, calculated value is 17.69 and K2 value is 9.49. Okay, that I will write here. So that is 17.698, that is chi-square value, then K2 value is 9.49. See here 17.698 is greater than 9.49. It shows sorry, here these signs are different, isn't it? It means here signs are not satisfied. So here we got different signs, in the sense here H not rejected. If H not rejected, we can say H1 accepted. So if H1 accepted, then what is the conclusion? Conclusion is binomial distribution is good fit. write here, but you should write after this, okay, don't write in between. So here conclusion is binomial distribution is not good fit. It means binomial distribution is not good fit to this observed frequency distribution. Yes, thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.